Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the man. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come. They come for reasons they can't even fathom. I'm not even sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door, as innocent as children, longing for the past. They sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. Back when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. memories will be so thick that I've brushed them away from my faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers, been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. Baseball is a mark of time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Braves coming. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. All of Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our fans here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose what stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red bells bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball!
7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Radio Baseball. You're listening live. We're set for pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call of Radio Baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. Time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the Diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, pick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of Radio Baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun. Get your game face on. Here are the starting lineups for today's action. Leading off for the Philadelphia Phillies, the shortstop, Trey Turner. 10 home runs, 31 RBI, 16 stolen bases, batting .236. Batting second, the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber. 30 home runs, .254 on the year. Bryce Harper is batting third, 20 home runs, 57 RBI, a .270 batting average. Alec Bohm batting cleanup at third. 11 home runs, 46 RBI, 1 stolen base. Marsh is in right field and batting fifth. 15 home runs, 309 on the year. Sosa batting sixth in left, 5 home runs, 222 on the season. Stott batting seventh at second, 7 home runs, 247. JT Realmuto batting eighth with a 202 average and 6 home runs, 27 RBI. Hill is in center field with a 239 clip, 6 home runs on the year. On the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies, it's Christopher Sanchez Day, 10-3 with a shiny 2.00 ERA and a 109 whip. 117 innings, 136 strikeouts, 23 walks, 8 home runs served. He'll be going head-to-head with Noah Cameron. The southpaw is 4-6 with a 4.95 ERA and a 1.41 whip. 83 innings, 75 strikeouts, 25 walks, 93 hits allowed, 10 home runs served. Backing up Cameron in the bottom of the first inning. Leading off and playing center field for the Royals, it's Lane Thomas. 24 home runs, 24 RBI, 5 home runs, a .216 average. Bobby Witt Jr. is batting second, the designated hitter. 12 home runs, 36 RBI, 30 stolen bases, batting .290. Salvador Perez batting third, playing first. 10 home runs and a .202 clip. Caglione is in right field and batting cleanup. 14 homers and a .258 average. Lofton at second today with 3 homers and a .224 average on the season. And Starlin Marte is in left field, batting .262, 1 home run, 7 RBI. Tolbert batting seventh, playing short. .243 on the year, 9 stolen bases, 1 RBI. Mayle is making his debut behind the plate, and it'll be Rojas batting ninth and playing third. 4 for 20 on the season, 1 home run, 4 RBI. Calling balls and strikes behind the plate today, it's Alan Porter. Your first base umpire, Jim Wolf. Second base will be manned by Alex McKay, and down the third base line, it's Robert Ortiz. Game time temperatures here in Kansas City, Missouri. Expected to be about 86 degrees with the wind blowing in from right center at about 6 to 8 miles an hour. Philadelphia Phillies are minus 193 on the money line. Kansas City plus 176. The over-under is 8.5. Our pick to click today, give me Lane Thomas. He's 6 for 12 lifetime against Christopher Sanchez. Also keep an eye on Starlin Marte, who's 5 for 17 with the homer. On the Phillies side of it, we'll go with Kyle Schwarber. He's 1 for 3 lifetime versus Cameron with the home run. We'll take the Kansas City Royals to win this one in a low-scoring affair, 4-3. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Major League Baseball, right here on the BCR Radio Baseball. Your modern-day superstation, bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of Major League Baseball and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please like and subscribe today. And don't forget to hype the videos. It helps the smaller stations to bring folks in so we can all root this great game on together. Join the country club today, and a special thanks to all the members in the country club. You help support the BCR.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah! Roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good to see you, Sin Good, Been Good. Coco, you take that loser talk out of here. Mark, good to see you. Chop Shop. Who else do we have chatting away? I know a lot of y'all are going to be listening during work, so you can't chat, so good afternoon to y'all as well. Ronald Duffy, good to see you. KC Thinker. Richard Talley. Should be a pretty good matchup today. I think you're going to see Cameron give those Phillies left-handed bats fits. They fare much better against right-handers. So we'll see if Cameron's on today. Okay, there you go. Black Star Card House and Sleepy Toe. Good to see y'all. As soon as the 3D kicks in, we will bring it to you. Kansas City Royals are wearing their powder blues on white pants. Royals across the chest in white. Blue ball cap with the KC representing Kansas City, Missouri. Philadelphia Phillies wearing the road grays. Phillies across the chest in red. Red ball cap and the white P representing the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The 3D has been lifted, so we will bring it to you. Getting set for pitch by pitch, play by play. Classic call of radio baseball. The first pitch on the way is swung on and popped up down the right field line. Giving chase is the first baseman, Sal Perez, and the ball will bend into the foul territory seats just past the tarps. It's 0-1. Trey Turner, the batter. Left to right across the outfield, it'll be Marte, Thomas, and Caglione. Cags is what you'll hear me call him. Rojas is at third. Tolbert at short, Lofton at second, and Salvador Perez at first. The 0-1 pitch, swing, lifts it. High and deep into left field, going back on the track. It goes off the wall. That'll be extra bases for Trey Turner and the Phillies to get the game going here in the top of the first inning. So 1 on, nobody out, and that'll bring Kyle Schwarber to the plate, already with 30 home runs. We're not even at the All-Star break. Lefty-lefty matchup, first pitch on the way, swing, swats it back foul, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Cameron comes set. Turns and kicks. Down and away, 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way up and inside. Little chin music there for Kyle Schwarber as he gets up off the mat. And it's 2-1. Might have been a little, looked like the ball got away. They were set on the outside, but that will make you think about leaning over that plate if you're Kyle Schwarber. Home plate umpire Alan Porter walks out there to give Schwarber a breather after he hit the deck. The 2-1 pitch. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, 2-2. So a 2-2 to Schwarber. Turner at second. Nobody out. The pitch is upstairs, misses high. Full count. Royals nothing. Phillies nothing. Rubber match of the 3-game series. Philly won game 1 Saturday. Royals took the game on Sunday. They did not play on Friday. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's one away. So maybe that brushback got Schwarber a little off his game there, and there's one away. One up, one down. One on, one down. Runner at second, Trey Turner with good speed, and Bryce Harper to the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch is up and inside, sinker. Misses for a ball underneath his hands. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Curveball paints the edge. It's 1-1. Yeah, Sleepy. He's probably my favorite. Well, him and Trey Turner are probably my two favorite Phillies, and two of my favorite players that play on teams I do not care for. Cannot say the same about Bryce Harper though. The 1-1 pitch, down and away, 2-1. Never been a big fan of that guy. 2-1 count. Slider misses, 3-1. So he's pitching around Bryce Harper here. The 3-1 count. Just misses the bottom of the zone. Ball 4. Man, that was a close call. Luke Mail, the catcher today, 35-year-old. So he's far from a rookie, but he is getting his first at-bats today. He is not yet to bat in the 2026 season. First pitch is a curveball, is down and in for just misses. It's 1-0. If you're wondering why that name may sound familiar, Mail has played for the Royals last year, but is the 1-0s. Swing and a miss at the changeup, 1-1. He's also played all over the league with Cincinnati, Cleveland. I'm sure Coco's familiar with him. Milwaukee, Toronto. Started his career with Tampa Bay back in 2015. The 1-1. Misses up and in, ball 2, 2-1. Looks like we might have to reset the screen here for a second. Not sure what's going on with the 3D. It's happening on both of the devices. The 2-1 count. Swing lifts it. High into center field, going back on the track, and it's over his head. Ball goes off the wall. Center fielder fumbles it out there, and Thomas will cost the Royals a run. He gets the ball cleanly. Turner was having to hold up, and they probably hold the play up. But instead, it's an RBI double. Resetting the 3D as I speak. We changed the entire thing. There's going to be a quick mound visit out there as we lift the curtain for you. One 0 Philadelphia. Top of the first inning. Lefty-lefty matchup. Brandon Marsh, the batter. First pitch is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. 1-1 count. It's got to be something internal out there in Kansas City that's causing this nonsense. One pitch. Swing, chops it foul. 1-2. The 1-2. Four-seamer misses, ball 2, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 down. Runners at second and third. And Sosa will be coming to the plate. Waiting for this to catch back up. So we do apologize, but I'm trying to get it to catch back up to what you're seeing on your screen. Somebody has done something incorrectly in Kansas City. That's all I can tell you as far as what's going on. They're still showing the left-handed bat, and that's not accurate. So I think they're stuck in the at-bat before this, so we'll wait for it to catch up. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for Philadelphia. Kansas City is yet to step to the plate. I believe this is right before Marsh is at bat end, so we'll just wait this thing out. So what do y'all want to talk about while we wait for the technology to kick in? One to nothing your score, top of the first inning. Usually what happens here is that then during the break it's going to catch itself up, so we'll take a short break in between the innings. They're still showing Marsh at the plate, so we're waiting for that at bat to end. Marsh ends up getting out via the strikeout, so that's what we're waiting on, Sosa standing on deck. All right, there you go. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Sosa will be coming to the plate. One to nothing, Philadelphia. The infield back into the left. And the first pitch down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. I don't know if Cameron Sanchez will, but Christopher probably will. The 1-0. Swing, rips it down the line. Fouling out of play. Third base side, left field corner. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Infield back into the left. Outfield deep and straight away. The 1-1 from Cameron. Down and in. Ball 2, 2-1. Noah Cameron has thrown 25 pitches in this inning. Tell you what was weird this morning when I got up and started getting ready for this broadcast. I don't watch a ton of ESPN anymore. But for whatever reason, I decided to throw it on there because I didn't really care about taking too much time in the back getting ready. So I wasn't going to watch the news and all that kind of stuff. And have y'all seen this thing that they've got? It's an AI sports center. Man, it's weird. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. So a 2-2 count. It is so weird. Lefty, righty, the pitch on the way, down and in, curveball. Did he go around? They checked down the line. He did not, and it's a full count. So 2 on, 2 out. I'll explain it in a second, Chop. It's weird, man. The payoff pitch, swing, chops it down the line. So what they do, because I had to look it up because I'm playing it, wife's getting ready for work, I'm getting ready, and I say to her, I said, I've just turned on Sports Center, and I'm pretty damn sure this is AI. She started laughing because she said, you and thinking everything's AI. That's what AI sucks, and you can like immediately spot it the moment you know it's not a human doing it. I don't know about y'all, but I can tell it. And sure enough, I look it up on Google, and that's what they said. They've come up with an AI Sports Center's a 3-2, down and in, ball 4. That's going to load the bases. So bases loaded, 2 outs. And so because they know that I'm a Braves fan and like MLB, that's all it was. It was the Braves highlights with an AI voice. It was like so robotic and boring you couldn't. I mean, it's like anything AI, right? First pitch on the way is off the plate wide for a ball. It's 1-0. And she said that because there's a commercial that I've spotted that plays constantly whenever we watch the Disney Plus app. The 1-0 swing, chopper over towards second, scooping it, flipping it, and that'll end the inning. I'm going to reload this to see if we can get this a little more caught up to speed. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR Radio Network. Welcome back, and just like that, just like magic, we start this inning. And there's a runner at first via the walk with Thomas. As I have caught it back up to speed, and there's nobody out. So it's a leadoff walk. Having to reload a couple of things, but it's Bobby Witt Jr. at the plate and trying to catch up speed of where they're at. I believe we've got a 1-2 count. Lefty-righty matchup. Sanchez versus Twin Witt, Bobby Witt, and the pitch is down and in. 2-2, so I'm pretty sure we're back on track. Apologize for the technological issues in Kansas City, but we have no control over that. The 2-2 pitch, swing, rips it, and my video is way behind too. I forgot to get back up to speed. And it looks like it's going to be an out. We'll get it caught up here in a second. Bobby Witt hit into a fielder's choice as I'm just seeing it. So now we're back up to speed. 1 on, 1 out. Witt is now at first. And the pitch on the way to the number 3 hitter, Salvador Perez, is outside wide. It's 1-0. Okay, now I got it loaded up. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing, rips it down the third base line. Is that a fair ball? They're going to throw it into the infield and just foul, I guess. 1-1. That ball got underneath the glove of Bohm, and Kansas City's television broadcast went to highlights yesterday in the middle of the play, so I do apologize. It is a 1-1 count. Got all kinds of technical issues out here. And the 1-1 pitch, swing, hit into left field, and that's through for a base hit. And so the Royals have something going here. Hard hit ball into left field. And you'll get a lefty-lefty matchup now. First pitch on the way is a strike there. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Jack Caglione, the batter. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. The woman who announced Kyle Busch's death. You must be talking about on ESPN, I guess. The 0-2 pitch. Swing, chopper over towards second. It's going to be a 4-6 to 3. The ball gets away. The ball gets away, and Caglione's going to head to second. Witt comes home to score, and the Royals have tied it up. It's going to be an error on Trey Turner. You can't assume the double play, but the throw led to an extra base as Harper tried to lay out to get the ball and really had no chance at it. That's probably stabbed or at least knocked down by someone like Olsen, but remember, Harper's only been playing first base for a few years. He's not one of the elites. Lefty-righty matchup is the slider in the dirt. It's 1-0, but the error will be on the shortstop, Trey Turner. There's 2 outs. The game is tied, and it's 1-0. Or, excuse me, a 1-0 count. 1-0 to Lofton. So aces are wild here. Bottom of the first, 1-1. The 1-0. Outside wide, changeup misses. Ball 2, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. You know, if you are new to this channel, we line it up with the 3D. So that's... And so, yes, these are a few seconds behind, but that's kind of the point. The 2-0. Upstairs, 2-1. All good potato sauce. 3-0 count. Lofton, the batter, standing on deck is Starlin Marte, the 3-0 pitch. Outside wide. Should have been a ball, but you got Alan Porter behind the plate, so it's a strike. We just saw this awful umpiring crew. The 3-1 pitch, swing, slaps it into right field. That's down for a base hit. Here comes the throw into the infield. See if he'll score. The throw is, he is safe. He barely beat it, but he got his foot on the plate just as the tag was being applied, and the Kansas City Royals have taken a 2-1 lead. Mattingly wants to see if he wants to challenge this. I don't know how he's going to. No, he does not want to challenge it. Such a close play. The call on the field you know is going to stand. Pretty good throw out there by Marsh. He's on the money. And it's no shock that it was a perfect swipe tag by JT Realmuto. Caglione sliding in. That's one of those situations, as Lofton did get up to second on the throw. It's one of those situations where it's one of those judgment calls you have to make in real time, but you're better off running through the plate because slowing down to slide almost got you caught. You're better off just running through the plate, and kind of like the idea of running through first there. A little different if he's going to have to make a diving slide, but the throw is right there on the money. But once again, that's a real-time type of decision you have to make. And quick mound visit out there just to get Sanchez back under control. He's at 20 pitches here in the inning. First pitch on the way, down and in is Starlin Marte, and it's 1-0. So the Kansas City Royals have taken a 2-1 lead if you're just joining us. Philadelphia with 1 run, 2 hits, and an error. Kansas City with 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. The 1-0 pitch. Swing, roasts it into left field. We told you Starlin Marte had good numbers. Here comes the throw to the plate, and Lofton is safe, and the Kansas City Royals have a 3-1 lead. Holy Toledo! That's going to bring Tolbert, the number 7 batter, to the plate here in this inning. Still 2 outs, a runner at second. In scoring position as once again Marte took the extra bag on the throw to the plate. That one there, you can make a strong argument Sosa should have just went to second to keep the runner out of scoring position. First pitch down and in. For a ball, it's 1-0. There was no real chance of getting Lofton coming around the bags. The 1-0 to Tolbert. Swing, chopper. It's going to be a tough play. Turner has to fire it to first on a really quick throw, and he will not get it. It's going to be an infield single, and the Kansas City Royals have runners on the corners with 2 outs. Good speed there by Tolbert. And Luke Mayo will come to the plate with runners on the corners, 2 away. This will be pitch 25. For Sanchez in the inning. And Luke Mayo takes the first pitch inside. For a ball, it's 1-0. Luke Mayo, 6'3", 225-pounder, 35-year-old. The pitch is a swing and a miss, change-up 1-1. He's out of Edgewood, Kentucky, and was drafted by the Tampa Bay Rays way back in 2012. Played his college ball for the Wildcats. The 1-1 pitch, swing lifted. High and deep into center field, going back on the track. That ball's going to get eyes. That ball gets off the wall and over the wall, and down to grandmother's house we go. It's a 3-run home run by Luke Mayo, baby. Tucky. Little bluegrass power. So 6-1 your score. How far did it fly? 396 happy feet over the wall near the drink here in Kansas City. Six to 1 your score. Lefty-lefty matchup. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. The 0-2. Check swing. Did he go around? They checked down the line. Thought he might get the mercy strike call. He did not. 1-2. Christopher Sanchez getting pounded here. This will be pitch number 31 of the inning. And we're in the first. The 1-2. Turns and kicks. Just grabs the bottom of the zone, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Kansas City Royals put 6 on the board. A 6-pack on a Monday afternoon here in Kansas City.
Probably 25 years.
That's way too long. We saved some money aside for you. We've been working hard. They've been working hard too. We booked you a nice little vacation spot, dude.
Whoa. You booked me vacation?
Yes. Yeah.
How do you know when I can go away? I can't go away. I got the dogs to take care of.
It's next month.
But I got the dogs.
We'll take care of it. We're good.
I don't like going away.
You're going away, dude. Guess where you're going, dude? The Marriott in Bridgeport, Connecticut, dude.
What?
Why are you smiling?
Is this a joke? We're serious.
What the?
Are you kidding me?
Why are you laughing?
Bridgeport, Connecticut? Why the would I want to go to Bridgeport? It's 40 minutes away.
You didn't see my
That's not a vacation.
You didn't see my
I thought you were sending me like Bahamas or something.
We can't afford that.
The Best Western in Bridgeport,
No,
Connecticut?
Marriott.
Oh, the Marriott. Why the would I want to go to...
They allowed him to go away if Dad would send home his paycheck. The Cardinals had a tryout, and everybody in the neighborhood knew that Dad was the best ball player. I guess he just didn't look like a great ball player.
You know, Garagiola got $500 to sign with the Cardinals, and they offered Yogi $250. And Yogi got mad. He thought he ought to get just exactly what Joey got.
Yogi, Branch Rickey is an old friend of mine, and I seem to remember him telling me that you and he were once almost in a business deal. Is that right?
Well, this is what happened in 1942 when he was still a general manager of the St. Louis Cardinals. In a couple of days, he was moving over to Brooklyn, and he told me, I was working out with the Cardinals, he says, I'll never be a big league ball player. All I'll ever be is a minor league ball player.
Branch Rickey said Yogi was too clumsy and too slow. Yogi was crushed, but we later, learned that Branch Rickey had a plan.
You said my baby was ugly?
No, man, what I said was she looked like you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you ugly though.
Welcome back. Lefty-righty matchup. As Cameron goes back to work, first pitch is a four-seamer off the plate to JT Realmuto. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Upstairs misses high. Ball 2-0. 2-0 count. JT batting .202 on the year, 6 home runs, 27 RBI. The 2-0 pitch misses high. 3-0. Cameron had a long seat over there on the bench, so you wonder if he might be a little rusty coming off the long break, as the Royals put 6 on the board in the bottom of the first. 3-0 right there, four-seamer, 3-1. It'll be Realmuto, then Hill, then Trey Turner. The 3-1 pitch. Grabs it for a strike, full count. Seven batters came to the plate for the Phillies in the first inning. The Royals batted all the way through. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. And there's one away. Good high heat there by Noah Cameron. It's Marte, Thomas, and Caglione in the outfield left to right. Rojas, Tolbert, Lofton, and Perez. Mail is behind the plate. First pitch down and in, curveball. Derek Hill, it's 1-0. Game one of our doubleheader tonight. Game 4 of the Braves versus Mets. 7:15 first pitch, the 1-0, swing and a miss is 1-1. And for you Braves fans, a lot of movement for the Braves today. We'll get into that in a second. As expected, after getting smoked in the arm, a comebacker from Juan Soto, Martin Perez went to the IL today. They're hoping it's not going to be a long IL stint, though, is the 1-1 right there, 1-2. Remember, we're about to hit the All-Star break, so you can factor that into his time off, but they're saying it's a forearm contusion, but they're still going to take extra testing today as the 1-2 pitch, swing, drops it into center field, down for a base hit, and it's a one-out single for the Philadelphia Phillies. One on and one out. Trey Turner coming to the plate. Lefty-righty matchup. Something's going on with Sosa at first. So they're getting a trainer out there to talk to him. he slammed into the center field wall when that ball went over the wall, the home run hit by Hill. I think I said Sosa. Hill slammed into the wall out there trying to rob the home run from Mail, and it just got past his reach, and he slammed into it. But he didn't start showing ill effects until a second ago when he reached first on the single. So you don't know if it's got anything to do with maybe a concussion. Because, he did get jarred when he slammed into that wall. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch is a changeup underneath to Trey Turner. First strike, it's 0-1. So the Braves selected Owen Murphy to the Major League roster today. They DFA'd Carlos Carrasco again as the 0-1 pitch swing. Slices it into right field. That's through for a base hit. And it's back-to-back singles for the Phillies. First and second, one out. Kansas City leads this one 6-1. They also recalled J.R. Ritchie, and they were able to do that. If you remember yesterday when I was talking about this, they could only do that if it was because of an injury, and that's what they did with the Martin Perez injury. Putting Martin Perez on the IL, they were able to recall Ritchie. The 0-1 fouls it back. It's Kyle Schwarber, 0-1 count. Struck out his first time up. So you'll add Murphy and Ritchie, two of our young prospects, to the roster. And Carrasco goes DFA territory again. Martin Perez, the 0-1 misses inside 1-1, goes to the IL. Saw a pretty funny tweet. I believe it was MLB trade rumors. Let me double check this. The 1-1. Four-seam fastball. And Kyle Schwarber wants to challenge that. Right now it's a 1-2 count. And he will lose that challenge.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
The 1-2 to Schwarber. Tried to get a chase the slider down and away. It must have been MLB trade rumors. I can't find it right now, but basically they said this is the 13th move made by is the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three, curveball upstairs. 2 down. So they get the big strike out there. Now 2 on and 2 out. That will bring Bryce Harper to the plate. Whoever it was that released it basically said that Carlos Carrasco has had 13 appearances. This is our 17th time mentioning him, and it was a transaction wire account that I follow. I thought it was trade rumors. Must be somebody else. The 1-0 down and away, ball 2, 2-0. Bryce Harper walked his first time up. As that ball scooches away a little bit. Mail had to chase it up the line. Everybody stays put. Something must have happened on X last night where people were complaining to the Braves color commentator because he went off on a rant for people complaining about Cookie Carrasco being used yesterday, the 2-0 pitch, upstairs for a strike 2-1. It was pretty funny just looking at it from my perspective, because I know what he's talking about, but people raising $300 worth of hell about the last guy on your roster. 2-1 count, just below the knees, 3-1. And he made a reference to, I guess he used to be the St. Louis Cardinals color commentator, and people, or maybe it was a local radio show, but regardless, he was talking about having to deal with fans complaining about the backup catcher behind Yadier Molina when he was there. The 3-1 right there called for an outer strike, 3-2. And Harper wants to challenge this. He's going to lose this.
Wrong, 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 wrong.
Whoa, that's a ball?
You're wrong.
I don't know about that.
You're wrong.
I'll eat my words. Usually why I would usually wait, but man, I got to see the replay on that, because I swear that looked, the one for Schwarber looked a lot closer. Neither side is showing a replay. That's dumbfounding. There may be a reason why they're not showing it. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Lefty, righty, Alec Boehm, the batter. First pitch swinging, chops the cutter down the third base line. It's 0-1. Royals lead at 6-1, top of the second, but the bases are juiced, so one swing could change this drastically. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss over the top. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Turns and fires. Swing, rifles it straight back. Man, he was just about on that one. That pitch was all over the plate. He was just a touch below it. The 0-2 to Boehm. Check swing. Four-seamer misses, 1-2. Tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern, we got Braves and Mets. It'll be Raylo on the bump for the Bravos, going against Freddie Peralta. So a tough assignment for Ronaldo Lopez. The 1-2 pitch, swing chopper on the ground over to third, scooped up by Rojas. He'll flip it to first, and that'll end the inning. 5-3 in your scorecard. We go to the bottom of the second. 6-1 your score in Kansas City.
I think the sexiest thing a person can be is not mysterious. You mean you're gonna hide a part of you so that they like you? Are you out of your mind? Live your life, spread eagle. Live your life like me. I'm about to. I live my life like I'm getting strip searched. I'm like, I'm hiding nothing.
What the f*** is that? That's not the f***ing Irish flag. That is the Ivory Coast flag. People died for this f***ing flag, and they didn't use their dying breath to say, by the way, I don't mind what way around you put the colours on the flag, it's just an idea. The Irish flag isn't a vibe. It's not a Neapolitan ice cream. Here's another sort of similar flag. Why don't we just use this one? No, this flag represents pure evil. Frenchness. Respect the flag. You've ruined Ireland's day.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I got 5 screws, 3 missing, and the other 2 is loose as a. Do not play with me.
Apparently it's National Coming Out Day, so I wanted to take this opportunity to encourage some of you to go back into the closet. Not everyone, just you weird ones who are ruining it for the rest of us. If you think Drag Queen Story Hour is a good idea, back in the closet. If you think transitioning minors is okay, back in the closet. And especially you guys who act out all your weird stuff in public, get back in the closet.
It's amazing how you keep telling a story, how it grows and grows and grows. Well, I think anytime you put Bo Jackson and Nolan Ryan in the same sentence, it's got a chance to.
He hits a little topper, and the ball got lost in the raindrops.
Ball split his lip open. He finished that inning somehow. In between innings, he went into the clubhouse. Dr. Mikowski stitched him up, went back out, and finished the game.
You think he was intimidating before? Try facing him with his Ranger uniform just covered with blood. Now that's intimidating.
Yeah, I don't think this shirt really fits. I'm still gonna wear it though.
Bottom of the second inning, 6-1 your score. Lane Thomas, the batter. Lefty, righty. Remember, I told you at the beginning of the game is the 1-1. Swing and a miss over the top. It's 1-2. Thomas with very good numbers against Sanchez in his career. 6 for 12 lifetime. If you remember, Lane Thomas used to be a Washington National, so we saw him quite a bit. The 1-2 pitch, swing. Bangs the changeup. Over and out, and it's 1-2 once again. Christopher Sanchez, a pretty simple pitch mix that he uses. 1-2 pitch, swing, roasted into left field. That's down for a base hit, and that click will clack. And the Royals have something going here in the bottom of the second inning. Leadoff single to get it started. First pitch swinging by Bobby Witt Jr. is lifted high and deep into center field all the way back to the wall, but it'll die into the glove of the center fielder Hill, and Lane Thomas is going to get caught with his hand in the cookie jar, or his foot more accurately, as throw comes back in from Hill, and Thomas is dead meat at second base. That was a dumb send. I don't know if he did it on his own. I mean, he barely got back to the bag and bounced back, and at that point, the ball was already in flight. First pitch to Sal Perez is there for a changeup. It's 0-1. He has a 3-pitch mix, Christopher Sanchez. That's all he's got. He's almost like a reliever. A sinker 43, changeup 39% of the time, and a slider 18% of the time to 1-0. Outside wide, ball 2-2-0. Count. Lefty, righty. Changeup misses. 3-0. The 3-0. Sal Perez will smack it high and out of play. 3-1. Chase the sinker off the plate. Six runs, 6 hits, no errors for Kansas City. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for Philadelphia. The 3-1 pitch is banged foul, and it's a full count. The payoff pitch. Swing, lifts it. High and deep into left center field, going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lamma, ding-dong. The solo shot. And Salvador Perez makes it 7-1. How far did it fly? 401 happy feet over the left center field wall. And the Royals are up 7-1 here in the second. Lefty-lefty matchup. Caglione swing and a miss. Slider, it's 0-1. Yeah, John, I'm almost wondering if they ought to be thinking about shutting him down for, what they call dead arm. Is he 0-1 down and in? 1-1. So you wonder if he does make that start against Atlanta. If he does, I think it's his last one of the first half. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. Cags over the top. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, swing, chops it off the plate. It's almost like a cricket type pitch where the ball bounced and he chopped it back behind him. The 1-2. Change it down and away, 2-2. Standing on deck is Lofton. Marte in the hold. The 2-2 pitch from Sanchez. Swing, broken bat. Will shatter down the first base line. It's a soft roller over to Harper. He'll step on the bag, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Kansas City Royals put one on the board. Solo shot by Salvi, and the Royals lead it 7-1.
Half past, I don't give a f.
Today, we're going to talk about a topic that's near and dear to my heart. All you women that want an Appalachian man, let me explain to you real quick. They're very simple men, but everything they do it at 150%. There's no such thing as a 2-day bender with an Appalachian man. He goes on a bender. A month later, he's missed 4 court dates. He's wanted in 2 states, and 5 women hate him. It's very simple to get the attention of an Appalachian man. So if you're a woman or man trying to score an Appalachian man, go to the flea market on a Saturday, stand in the middle somewhere and do this. Pull out your can of Baianis you had in your pocket and just do this right here. Just go. Every Appalachian man within a 300-foot radius will hear that and come a-running.
I was in Vegas a couple years ago. This is an honest-to-God true story. Staying at the Bellagio. I went over to the Mirage for dinner, met some friends of mine over there. Went to Kokomo's, a great little steakhouse. The guy brings out some fresh crab legs. These just came in, I got to give them to you guys. I'm eating them. Then we go play gamble a little bit. So I had a tea time early in the morning. So I said, look, I got to get going. I'm walking back to the hotel. I get 3/4 of the way out of the lobby, and all of a sudden I go, oh, and I'm standing here like this. I got my butt pinched so I can't move. All of a sudden, felt all right. I went just like this. Water.
No way.
I had some food poisoning from the crabs. Take off my leather jacket, tied it around my waist, and I'm just standing there, and it's just running down my leg.
I truly believe he just forgot the mic was on and forgot he was mic'd up that day. And that story is so on brand, it's not even funny.
True story. Who's the pitchers in this game?
There are 2 sides to him. There's a fun-loving, happy-go-lucky guy who likes to drink wine and used to like shellfish. And then there's the baseball side of him, and it's kind of perfect.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. First pitch down and away for a ball to Brandon Marsh. Lefty-lefty matchup. Cameron back to work. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Lifted high, lifted deep, lifted all the way back to the track, but Marte will make the grab. F7 in your scorecard, and there's one down. Had kind of a bumpy start because of the technological issues they were having in Kansas City, but Cameron's repertoire we never got to. He throws a 5-6 pitch mix. Sometimes 5, but even 6 on some days when he mixes in the sinker. First pitch is on the way, is right there for a strike on the outer edge. It's on 1. Four-seamer comes in at 29% of the time. Changeup 22% of the time. Cutter 20. Curveball 17 is the 0-1 pitch. Rocks it down the third base line, but plenty foul. 0-2. Curveball at 17% of the time, the slider at 10%, and then the sinker to keep you off balance. He has not thrown it in every outing, but he does throw it 3% of the time overall. The 0-2. Swing chopper down the third baseline, and we'll do it again. Noah Cameron kicks and fires, and that changeup will miss. 1-2. Cameron is 6'3", 220-pounder. (26-year-old). Is out of St. Joseph, Missouri. The 1-2 pitch swing lifted high and deep into left field, going back on the track. A little bit of giddy up this time, and Marte will get to it. 2 down. Good running catch out there by Starlin Marte, the former right fielder. So Cameron is basically a hometown boy, and he was drafted by the Royals in 2021, the 7th round out of Central Arkansas. Lefty, Bryson Stott, the batter. First pitch right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. High chopper towards the mound. It's going to take a really close throw and just misses it. Tell you what, Cameron made that a lot closer than I thought he was going to. It was a high Baltimore chopper near the mound. He was really the only one that had a chance to make a play. He grabbed it, turned, and spinned. And Stott, who runs well, he almost got him. Looks like he just got it by maybe a quarter step. He was also having to throw around and over the third baseman Rojas, who cut in front of Cameron's throwing lane. Situation like that, you got to hit the dirt. First pitch on the way is a changeup down and in, called for a strike. It's 0-1. Kansas City 7, Philadelphia 1. For you Braves fans, Philly has come into this game 3 games behind the Braves in the National League East. For you Kansas City fans, is the 0-1 pitch. Curveball upstairs. Just grabs the top of the zone. It's 0-2. If you're still holding on to hope that they can make a run this year, you're not looking at the division anymore. You'd be looking at the AL wild card, but even that's a long shot. They're going to flip it over to first real quick to keep him close by. Kansas City 9 games back of the last wild card spot, and as daunting as that is, it's more of the fact that they've got 8 teams in front of them to catch. The 0-2 misses outside, 1-2. But they can play spoiler down the stretch, and they can sell off some pieces and maybe rebuild going into next year. They were expected to compete this year. It really is wild what has happened to the Royals. The 1-2 pitch swing. Chops it towards right field. That's through for a base hit. And it's a 2-out single for the Phillies. They'll go station to station, trailing by 6. Big picture, Journey, I would not say that. Yeah, the Marlins are hanging in there, and they can always be a thorn in the side. We've seen it before. But they're not likely to buy it. Look, I've been talking about this since the beginning of the year. When we first got out to our huge lead and the Phillies would be playing the Marlins, or the Mets would be playing the Marlins, or the Nationals or whatnot. And my biggest thing is Philly's going to buy. They now feel like they have a chance to get back into the postseason. They're going to be buyers. Miami's not going to be buyers. Miami will sell or stand pat. And so that's why I look at Philadelphia as a much bigger threat. First pitch is down and in. Curveball. It's 1-0. They've got a lot of guys that are on their roster now that are going to be on innings limits. Talking about Miami. So they'll most likely fade down the stretch. I believe we play both of them the equal amount. I believe we have 6 left with each, Philly and Miami. So as far as that's concerned, that's not the deciding factor. To me, it's just the fact that it's the 1-0 inside, 2-0. Pitch misses just in. To me, it's just more the fact that they're going to end up the 2-0 to Hill. Swing, rifles it to right field. Going back near the track, making the running catch out there is Kaggs, and that'll end the inning. So the Phillies threaten but can't get them across. We go to the bottom of the third. We'll talk more about the Marlins and the wild card race when we return. 7-1 Kansas City.
Hot and Verde. What did you just say to me? Oh, sorry, Verde. I thought you were trying to seduce me or something.
Not gonna lie, if you're one of those people that prefers your burgers to be those little skin tag, flattened, scab meat recumbents versus like a nice, thick, juicy, rare one, I think something's wrong with you.
Hey, can somebody help me understand how LA is right next to the Pacific Ocean and they ain't got no water in their fire hydrants?
Oh my god, I love Chipotle. Chipotle is my life.
So you're trying to tell me that I can't send a picture via SMS from my house in Appalachia because I don't have good enough phone service despite my $170 a month phone bill. But in 1969, we live streamed the moon landing to every television in America? Okay.
On all levels except physical, I am a wolf.
As a 23-year-old, it was clear that the baseball side of George Brett was headed towards big things in Kansas City.
In '75, when I hit 300 for the first time, Hal McRae came up to me at the end of the season, and he said, "You're screwed now." And I go, "Why is that?" He says, "They're going to expect you to hit 300 every year." And I said, "Well, I expect it now."
76, he comes into the year with a different level of confidence. That's also when the Royals really first came on the scene. So there was something exciting happening in Kansas City.
The Royals beat the Yankees 3-1.
And George was in the middle of all of it.
A couple good years in the big leagues, and all of a sudden you're on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and you're on the cover of Sport Magazine, you're on the cover of Sporting News.
George was pretty down to earth. In fact, it seemed like he was more Midwest than California, and he embraced the city and vice versa. I think everybody realized that they had a star.
Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. Welcome back. Lefty-righty matchup starts off the inning. A sinker off the plate from Sanchez. It's 1-0. Sanchez, 50 pitches in, has given up 7 earned runs through 2. The 1-0 down and in right there for the knees. It's 1-1. He's been solid, Mark, is the 1-1 upstairs. 1-2. He started off really slow and a lot of fans were impatient, but that's just how fans are. But he's been a solid, he's been what you expected him to be. Good defensively, can bats well against right-handers. You have to bench him against lefties. The 1-2 pitch swing comes back up the middle and punches it through for a base hit. And it's a leadoff single for the Kansas City Royals as they get the leadoff runner on for the 3rd consecutive inning. First pitch is a changeup to Marte. Missed it outside. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss over the changeup. 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch down and in, and that's 2-1. Royals 7, Phillies 1. Kansas City with an opportunity to win this series. The 2-1 pitch, swing, chopper towards the first base dugout, and we'll do it again at this time at 2-2. It's still Hill out there in center for the Phillies after the injury scare. You got Sosa in left and March in right. I don't believe we went through the Phillies defense earlier because of the issues we had. Bohm is at third, Turner at short, Stott second, Harper first, and JT is behind the plate. Of course, Sanchez is on the bump. The 2-2 pitch, swing, rifles it down the first base line, just foul. Marte missing extra bases by just a few inches. The 2-2. Swing, pops it up, but back out of play. Behind home plate, into the seats. Kansas City leaves here to head to the Flushing Queens to take on the Metropolitans tomorrow. That's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday series. The 2-2 pitch, swing, hammered on the ground over to third. Runner was on the go, so the only play will be a 5-3 putout. One down. So in a roundabout way, it was a productive out, getting the runner into scoring position as he was on the move. And Marte will give room to Tolbert, who's 1 for 1 on the day. Infield single, the first pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Royals ahead to New York and then to face the Mets for 3, and then Baltimore before the All-Star break. The 0-1 misses outside wide, 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing lifted out to left center field. That ball's going to keep rolling. That ball gets down where the green grass grows, and it's a RBI double by Tyler Tolbert. And the good guys on top, 8-1. Good hard hit ball there, splitting the gap. They were actually playing Tolbert away out there at center, so Hill had a long way to get there. And it's 8-1 Kansas City. That'll bring Mail to the plate, who hit a 3-run home run his last time up. First pitch is a sinker right there for a strike. It's 0-1. As for the Phillies, they go to Cincinnati and then Detroit before the All-Star break. When they come out of the break, they're actually going to come out of the break one game earlier. Is the 0-1 right there at the knees. 0-2. Originally scheduled for Friday, July 17th, the Mets and the Phillies are going to play in Philadelphia. Start of a 3-game series with Friday off now, coming out of the break. Then they will get is the 0-2 pitch, and he's going to turn around and throw it down to third base. Bohm tags Tolbert. They call Tolbert safe. We'll see if they want to challenge this. The ball beat him there. It looked like they got him, but third base umpire Bert Ortiz called him safe, so we'll have to see what the replay shows. They are going to challenge that. What I was going to say for Philadelphia is Their schedule gets a little more difficult when they come out of the break. Yeah, that looks like they got them. I mean, here in Braves country, we're pulling for Kansas City, but looks like he got them on the back before he touched the bag. We'll wait for the official word there. But when they come out of the break, they're going to have a 3-game series against the Mets. There's a rivalry already built in there, even though the Mets are having a terrible season. Then they host the Dodgers for 3. They have a day off, and they host the Yankees for 3. So hopefully the Yankees will be playing better baseball coming out of the break when they face Philadelphia. They'll finish the calendar in July at Miami and then start a series in Baltimore. Waiting for the call. And they are going to call him out, as I figured. I don't know what happened there. Good to see Iron Lung. So there's 2 outs now and an 0-2 count. Brings it, swing, pops it up, and Luke Mail will have a fly ball out there to right field. Had the runner been safe, it would have equaled a run, but instead it'll head us to break. Royals lead it 8-1. Trey Turner leads it off for Philly when we return.
Justin Bieber's dead. Oh my God.
I bought that poster for nothing.
John in Tennessee, go ahead. What you want to say?
That trash, dog. Get the off the airwaves.
Oh.
Anyone ever tell you what hole you look like?
You're a complete flop, bud.
Pull your finger out of your pipe fitter.
I'd rather be watching a paper cut in slow-mo.
I'd rather be watching a 10-man party on an IMAX movie screen.
Don't let Grammy Google that one.
It's a song or something. Do a trick. You're useless. What's your laundry folding channel, hon?
I bet you know exactly how many days it is until Christmas, don't you, bud?
Wait!
What?
Go yourself, you silly butt crusty.
You're a Danish in a donut shop.
You're a cup of baby carrots, you I don't even know what your name is, bud. Well, back to Chorin.
Sure, you may be verified on Twitter, but are you verified in the eyes of God?
Blocked and reported.
Doing some dishes, having a drink, gonna take it easy tonight, is what I would post on Facebook if I was a
That was my rookie year, 76. I was in awe, like, look at this guy. I mean, it seemed like every day it was 3 hits, every day.
George Brett with his 3rd hit of the day. 3-hit night for George Brett.
For a stretch that May, it really was every day, as Brett put together a remarkable run of 6 straight games with at least 3 hits, still a major league record.
I think I had a 5 and a 4 in there, and 4 3-hit games in a row. Yeah, that'll help your average a little bit, won't it?
As the hits kept piling up, Brett found himself in a race for the batting championship with Hal McRae. The teammates led the Royals to the team's first AL West crown, with the race for the batting title coming down to the final game of the season.
George Brett and Hal McRae were right in the middle of the batting title going down to the final day.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark.
Welcome back. Noah Cameron goes back to work with an 8-1 lead, top of the 4th inning. First pitch is a P at the knees to Trey Turner. It's 0-1. Braves, of course, have the game tonight at 7 o'clock here on Braves Country Radio. And then they head to Pittsburgh for 3 as the 0-1. Misses on the outer edge, 1-1. 2 night games and then a getaway day on Thursday. And then head to St. Louis for the final 3 games of the season, of the first half of the season. This is the 1-1 pitch swing. Rifles it over to first. Scooped over there by Salvador Perez. He'll step on the pillow, and there's one away. G3 on your scorecard. When the Braves come out of the All-Star break, they're going to return home, and they'll be at home versus Texas for 3 and San Diego for 4. So a chance for revenge on the Padres. And the Rangers they should have an opportunity to have a pretty good beginning to the second half of the season as the pitch misses to Schwarber. It's 1-0. They will then go to Baltimore and New York and host Washington at the end of July. And if you couple that with what I just told you about the Philadelphia schedule, they may be able to get some breathing room heading to the trade deadline. The 2-0 pitch, upstairs misses high, 3-0. .30 pitch, right down Main Street for a strike over the kneecaps, 3-1. If you haven't really looked at the 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Might have got a piece of it. 3-2, went with the cutter that time. If you haven't looked at the schedule in August, the first half is pretty favorable for Atlanta. The second half, they do have to face the Brewers in Milwaukee. They do get the Dodgers, but they are at home. But all in all, August is a favorable schedule, and they do have to go to Yankee Stadium for 3. But other than that, you're talking about being at home against Washington, Miami, the Mets, the Diamondbacks, and the Rockies. And then, of course, they have the random makeup day against the Giants. The 3-2. Out and away. Ball 4. So Schwarber heads down to first. One on, one out, and Bryce Harper, the batter. First pitch is right there, slider. Out and away, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires, swing, rifles it foul, out of play, 0-2. The biggest obstacle they have in August from a scheduling standpoint is there's only going to be 3 days off because of all the makeup dates. And unfortunately, I can just tell you from doing this for years now, those makeup dates, especially the one against the White Sox on the 20th, where they're playing 3 on the road at Minnesota, as the curveball misses upstairs, 1-2. And then they're playing the next day at the White Sox and then going to Milwaukee for 3. That game on the 20th, I'm telling you, they're going to be swinging at every single pitch, just trying to get through the game. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. So don't expect a lot of discipline behind the plate from your batters on August 20th. It's going to be hot. They're going to be looking for a day off, and they're going to be like, this is ridiculous. I haven't had a look at it, but you'd think there might have been a way for them to almost do a doubleheader while they were in Minnesota. Leaving Minnesota, or heading to Minnesota, the 2-2. Swing, chops it down the line, foul. The 2-2 count. Lefty-lefty matchup. Bryce Harper, who's walked twice in the 2-2, swing and a miss over the curveball, strike 3, and there's 2 down. Noah Cameron with his 4th strikeout, make that the 5th strikeout of the day. He's also got 4 walks. He's given up 6 hits, but he's kept the Phils off the board, giving up just the 1 run. 8-1 your score. Kansas City here in the top of the 4th. So I'm looking at the White Sox schedule as the first pitch on the way to Bohm is banged into the ground. It's going to be a 5-4 putout, and that'll end the inning. Kansas City leads at 8-1. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR Radio Network. Royals grab the sticks when we return.
God, I just hate it that I have a dump truck ass and a great personality to boot.
I think that's the same safe we got last year from Sam's Club. Girl, yes, it's so much bigger and more roomy. You're gonna love it. I'm happy for y'all. Zach will be more than happy to come help. Yeah, he can definitely help get the smaller one downstairs and the bigger one up. Hold on. It's Jim and Carol. Be nice. You want them out? I don't give a them out. Yeah. We'll be over in about 45 minutes, if that sounds okay. Yeah, that'll be so much fun. I'll bring the kids.
Oh, this damn thing's leaking. I gotta go to Lowe's. Damn, I gotta work on that today.
Let's go to the beach.
Get a phone out of my face.
We were playing the Twins the last game of the year, and I think at one time they had to carry the numbers out 5 digits to see who was winning. I might have been hitting 332, 165. Hal McRae was hitting 332, 191, whatever. And I remember I got 3 hits that day, and my last at bat, I hit an inside the park home run.
Brad hit a routine fly ball to the left, and the Minnesota left fielder didn't see it, didn't play it well. The wind was not much of a factor, a little bit, and the ball dropped. And Hal McRae thought, well, maybe they'd let the ball drop so George and not Matt could win the batting title.
All I did was hit it and run. I mean, I don't know what happened. And then Hal grounded out, and I ended up winning the batting championship, and Hal was pissed. And it took a little fun out of it.
Hal's emotions took over, and he started blaming Gene Mock, who was the manager of the Twins. That, hey, you told the white guy to let it fall in, and it got bad after the game.
Know that new sound you're looking for?
Welcome back. Lefty is Rojas set to face Sanchez to start the inning. The first pitch is a slider down the way. 2-0. Sanchez comes set. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss over the sinker. So I was looking at the schedule because I thought this would be interesting. Like, could they have worked it out where the Braves could have gotten a day off? The White Sox for that matter. Check this out. When the Braves are in Minnesota, really not that far away, is the 2-1 pitch right there on the outer grab. 2-2. The White Sox are on the road, but it's against the Cubs. So they're in Chicago, and they're playing at 120 that day, the 2-2. Swing, chopper off the plate. Do it again. In a perfect world, I know that one of the problems is neither one of those stadiums, specifically the Cubs, guarantee that you're going to get out of there. The 2-2 pitch, because of rain and whatnot. But it would have been a nice thing to try to see if you could have done a doubleheader and put the Braves versus White Sox. The 2-2 swing, rips it over to first, and it's going to be a G3 to start the inning, 1 down. In theory, on that 19th, which is a Wednesday, the Braves are in Minnesota at 1:40 Eastern. Let's say you get done with the game around 5. You could get to Chicago around 8 o'clock, play the game. The White Sox would be done with their game as well, as they're playing the Cubs at 2:20. And they could have had a doubleheader and taken that Thursday off. Now that I know there's a lot to hope for as far as weather, but it could have been done, or at least attempted. First pitch to Thomas is a swing and a miss, slider over the top. It's 0-1. Thomas has walked and is 1 for 1. But I was also thinking about this because of, I know that we still have to go to Chicago for the Cubs. The 0-1 pitch to Thomas swung on and belted high and deep, and she is gone over the track, a mighty smack, and the Royals have taken a 9-1 lead. That click is more than clacked. Lane Thomas, our pick to click, is now 2 for 2 with a walk, a single, and a home run. .403 feet over the wall, and the Royals have jumped all over Chris Sanchez. The first pitch, swing and a miss over the top. It's 1-1. Keep an eye on him. So he is now 8 for 14 lifetime against Chris Sanchez. The 1-1. Swing and a miss over the top. It's 1-2. One-two count. Bobby Witt the batter. He is on a 1-year deal and will be a free agent at the end of this year. The Braves may go after him. 1-2 out and away, 2-2. If you could add a right-handed hitting outfielder, and I don't think you'd have to pay a ton to get Thomas. He's batting .220 on the year, 5 home runs, but for whatever reason, he owns Sanchez. The 2-2. Swing, rips it into left field. That's down for a base hit, and the hit parade keeps coming. And Thomas has always been a threat to steal. I think the Braves should really think about kicking the tires on him because he's not an expensive get in the trade market, and he's one of those things. We've talked about this in the past, but right-handed hitting outfielders are hard to find. If you can get a guy that specifically can hit the biggest problem you may have in the postseason, which is running in to Christopher Sanchez or any other left-handed arm, I say go grab him. Sanchez is 80 pitches. Runner at first, 1 out, and Salvador Perez, the batter. First pitch down and in, sinker for a ball. It's 1-0. And on top of that, the Braves and Royals have made a ton of trades in the past, so I think he'd be a great get for. And obviously, he's not an everyday starter. He just starts against right-handed, left-handed pitchers. 1-0 in the dirt, 2-0. I'm not trusting you, Coco. You said that the Royals didn't have a chance to win this game today. Your trust is denied, sir. The 2-0 pitch. Swing, rips it down the left field line, and is that a fair ball? It is a fair ball, and they continue to cook Sanchez. It's going to be a head-first slide into second base just before the tag, and a 1-out double for the Royals. Coco is a Cleveland fan, so he's going off the very small sample size of when he was with Cleveland. But all in all, Thomas is not going to cost you a ton in a trade market, and that's the key. He would not be being brought in to be the middle of the lineup guy. He's a guy that can come in, can play all over the outfield. He's basically an upgrade from Eli White. That's going to be it for Sanchez. His day is done. And if you've got him in fantasy baseball, your week may already be done. 3 innings, 12 hits, 9 earned runs, and a walk. He did get you a strikeout, though. We'll be back in a flash. Welcome back. Yeah, Koga, he's not starting over anybody when a right-hander's on the mound. We're talking about needing, because the problem with the Braves is they have a big issue with facing left-handed bats, and it's even more so coming from the outfield. Now, it's going to get figured out a little bit when Acuna comes back, but you still got that hole out there in left field, and you can put Dubon there, but honestly, I would like to see Dubon play more shortstop, and it's specifically, it's because, and I know you weren't here at the beginning of the game, but he was our pick to click. He owns Christopher Sanchez. He is now 8 for 14 lifetime with 2 home runs against Christopher Sanchez. And you know there's a very good chance, not only are you going to face Philly later in the season, but you might face him in the postseason. And if you can roll a guy out there who has a ton of, not just a great track record, but a lot of confidence going up against Christopher Sanchez, who usually gives us fits, you put him at the top of the order against Sanchez and let's roll. And then, of course, when they go to a right-hander, that's when you would go get Yaz and put him out there. But the other thing to me, the key is you're not going to spend a lot to get him. You're not going to give up a lot of big prospects to get Lane Thomas at the end of it. Now, Philly might go, if you can't beat him, go get him. They might go, you know what, dude, we can't get this guy out. Let's go get him, even if he sits on our bench. Yeah, Sanchez's ERA is now up to 2.62 after that outing. 9 earned runs. He's still not out of the woods as far as he still has, 2 men on? So it could end up with 11 earned runs. But even still, with such a low ERA coming in, he's not totally out of the Cy Young race, but this definitely hurts him. He's had a couple of outings recently. First pitch is right there below the knees for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Anybody got AA's number? I need to shoot him a text. Dude, pay attention. This guy's owning Christopher Sanchez. The 1-0 swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Caglione, the batter. Johnson coming in, the right-hander for the Phillies. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Chop, you were referencing Iron Lung getting well done stinks. Does he order him that way, or did someone sabotage him? The 1-2 count. Down and in slider, 2-2. They checked down the third base line, but he did not go around. So a 2-2 count. Yeah, he's had a couple of bad outings, Vlad, but I mean, that kind of happens to everybody. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, blew it right by him, strike 3, and there's 2 down. You wonder if maybe they're going to end up skipping his start to end the week to... I haven't been paying attention to what he's been registering on his velocity, but he could... You're hitting this time of the year where a lot of these guys get dead arm, and much like Bryce Elder, they end up getting a skip start. A start skipped here and there. First pitch is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Oh, on purpose? Chop shop? He does that on purpose? The 1-0. Down below the knees, 2-0. Hopefully you're joking about that, Coco. Milk steak. The 2-0. Right there for a strike. 2-1. That's a Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode. What's your favorite food? Milk steak. Just put it down. She'll know what it means. The 2-1 count. Swing, rifles it foul down the line. Out of play. 2-2. Seth Johnson trying to get out of this jam. There's 2 runs that are on right now. Would be charged to Sanchez, who's given 9 up here in the 3 1/3. The 2-2. Outside wide. Full count. Your internal temperature for steak cooking. Well, from what you're saying, I'm assuming it's leather. That's the internal temperature. The payoff pitch in the dirt, ball 4, and that'll load the bases. Bases loaded. Caleb Cotham coming out there to talk to him. Bases loaded and 2 outs. And coming to the plate is Starlin Marte. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way is upstairs, called for a strike. Look at the sinker. It's 0-1. If you're gonna cook a steak that far into it, you might as well not even get a filet mignon. You might as well get a cheap piece of steak because they're not gonna. You don't want to ruin a filet mignon. The 0-1 swing and a miss. Over the top, it's 0-2. The 0-2 count. Swing, fouls it back. We'll do it again. And Uncle Charlie's in here saying the same thing, so this must be a known thing. I guess I've missed out on y'all's banter during the ball games. Either that or it's something off to the side, because I had no idea that an iron lung. Maybe that's why you got an iron lung. They're sucking down charcoal. The 0-2 swing, rips it on the ground over to short. It's going to be a 6-4 put out, and that'll end the inning. The Royals did what I always said to do. It didn't work. He was out by a quarter step, but the runner from first to second ran through the bag as opposed to sliding, and he almost extended the play, which would have made the runner at third safe. Good idea, just didn't work this time. We'll be back in a flash. Royals lead it 9-1. We go to the fifth.
At the tone, leave your name and message. I'll get back to you.
Just a drink. A martini, shaken, not stirred.
Hell are you doing? I told you we weren't getting involved.
You got us involved when you brought us here.
Where are you from? What's your real name? What was it before you changed it?
Giuseppe?
That's all you need, one thieving wop on the team.
It's much better than you stinking Irish.
Oh, I like him.
Just a drink.
He can play.
He can't throw.
He can't throw and he can't field. Why do you like him?
He gets on base. You want answers? I want the truth!
He gets on base, so do I care if it's a walk or a hit?
You do not.
I do not.
Just a drink.
What draws my admiration? What is that which gives me joy?
Just a drink.
Baseball. A man stands alone at a plate. This is the time for individual achievement. But in the field, part of a team. Part of one big team. Sunny day, stands full of fans. What does he have to say?
Just a drink.
I get nowhere unless the team wins.
The day may come when the courage of men fail, but it is not this day.
Just a drink.
Yippee-ki-yay, Spaghetti's rolling. I think he'll ever get out of here.
One day, when I got a long white beard and 2 or 3 marbles rolling around upstairs.
Get busy living, get busy dying.
Just a drink.
Do you really want to get him? What are you prepared to do? If you open the ball on these people, you must be prepared to go all the way. Here's how you get him. He pulls a knife, you pull a gun. He sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue. That's the Chicago way.
Just a drink.
The Lord hates a coward. Do you know what a blood oath is? Yes. Good, because you just took one.
Just a drink.
Go ahead. Make my day.
You can't handle the truth.
Did it ever occur to you I just might go tapioca and throw you out of one of the windows?
Just a drink.
Perfect.
Shaken, not stirred.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome back. First pitch is a strike to Brandon Marsh. Lefty-lefty matchup is Noah Cameron going back on the hill for the fifth inning. The 0-1 punches it foul. It's 0-2. An 0-2 count. 9-1 your score. Lefty-lefty. Kicks and brings it. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. One down. Sosa will come to the plate. Stop moves to the on-deck circle. Lefty-righty with Sosa at the box, takes it high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Cameron, 4 1/3 innings. He's sprinkled 6 hits across. The 1-0 swing and a miss, 1-1. Giving up just the 1 earned run. He's also scattered 4 walks, but 6 strikeouts to answer. 1-1 count, swing, chopper over to third. That should be an easy 5-3 in the dirt, but a good scoop there by Salvador Perez, and there's 2 down. Two up, 2 down. Now let's talk turkey. What's it going to take? Okay, we got Lane Thomas coming to Atlanta. What's it going to get Bobby Witt Jr. First pitch is inside for a strike. It's 1-0. Man, Bobby Witt Jr. looked good in the Braves jersey, wouldn't he? The 1-0. Inside, sinker misses. 2-0. Stott 1 for 2 on the day with an infield single. The 2-0, four-seamer, 3-0. Three-0 count. Turns and kicks. Outside wide. So he'll walk. Stott down to first. JT Realmuto coming to the plate. Good to see you, Uncle Charlie. Yeah, that was such a fun comeback. It's a shame it fell short, but all the Braves broadcasters and writers were making excuses for Weiss and basically saying he couldn't go after the game. It was a 2-run game. Let's not act like that when they brought Cookie in, it was a 4 or 5-run lead. It was a 2-run lead. The first pitch swung on, chops it foul off his instep. It's the 0-1 turns to 0-2. But, I mean, if we're being fair, they hadn't put the ball in play much. They hadn't hit the ball much since that first inning, so I get that part of it. But don't insult our intelligence and tell us that the game was all but lost. You were down by 2 runs. And the way that Mets bullpen has been so shaky is the 0-2 pitch swing. Punches it foul and out of play. The 0-2 count. Misses high, 1-2. Salvador Perez is the one I'd like to, within reason. Bobby Witt's never getting traded. But he's got a little over a year left on his contract. If the Braves could get him to DH and also spell the catcher role with Drake Baldwin as the pitch in the dirt, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. So that'll probably do it for Cameron. As we head to break, we go to the bottom of the 5th. Cameron had thrown 105 pitches there and leads 9-1.
You know what? I love myself. Even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still love myself.
This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. It's watermelon. Inside a watermelon.
All I want to tell you is school's not important. Be whatever you want to be. If you want to be a dog, you know?
Why is it when you meet an American in another country and you ask where they're from, they will never say the United States or America, but instead they will always say either the state they're from or the city? When I'm overseas and somebody asks me where I'm from, I'll say Australia, the country I'm from. And then I'll say Sydney if they ask. When I was in Spain, I asked this woman where she's from, and she says, I'm from California. And I know California is very largely recognized on a world scale, but just say America.
Why is it that if the government finds diamonds or oil in your backyard, it's government property? But if they find drugs, it's yours?
It never affected me and Hal's friendship. I always considered him one of the closest teammates, but winning your first batting championship, and then there's a little bit of controversy, it took a little fun out of it.
Here we are, we're supposed to be celebrating, let's go to the playoffs, and it was a little tense there. But then it smoothed over real quickly, and it was forgotten.
Now let's meet the starting lineup. Here's the man who guided the Yankees to their first postseason play in 12 years, the Yankee manager, Billy Martin.
I had said something before the playoffs. I'm 23 years old, and they said, hey, first playoff playing the Yankees. I said, yeah, I'd really like to beat them because they traded my brother. That's all it was. And then Billy's in the dugout. Your brother was horse shit. That's why we traded him. You. Stuff like that. Billy being Billy. And I'm going, what's wrong with this dude?
Bueno, do you know Jesus? My cousin Jesus? No. Did he get deported? Are you with immigration?
Welcome back. Lefty righty as we start the bottom of the 5th inning. Tanner Banks coming on for the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch, it's first strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Fouls it back 0-2. Mark, our Kansas City fan, says Baldwin, Acuna, Schwellenbach, Caminiti for Bobby Witt Jr. I'd agree to all of that except for Drake. I think the Drake is untouchable. The 0-2 count, and it's kind of counterproductive. You give up 2 really good hitters to get 1 really good hitter. The 0-2 down and in, 1-2. Now you tell me that you may want Acuna, Schwellenbach, Caminiti for Bobby Witt Jr., and maybe we have to give in another, like a deep prospect, not someone who's right there. I would sign up for that in a heartbeat. Because we've got the depth in pitching to sell off Caminiti and Schwellenbach, and then you fix your shortstop issue that's been an issue for I don't know how long. 5 years, I guess, when Dansby walked out the door. The 2-2. Punches it down the line, but plenty foul. Tolbert, who's 2 for 2 on the day, is now 2-2 in the count. Yeah, I was about to say Sean Murphy chop, but I don't know anybody who wants him. We'll give you Sean Murphy. The 2-2 swing, lifts it. High and deep into left field, going back on the track, and she is gone. A solo shot, and Tolbert makes it 10-1. Mark says as that ball goes 376 feet over the left field wall. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch slider upstairs. Called for a strike. It's 0-1. We'll give you Sean Murphy. The 0-1 pitch, high and out of the zone, 1-1. And I'll agree to do at least 25 Royals games a year, so that'll fix your offense off the jump. The 1-1 count. Swing. Chops it up the middle. It's going to be a 6-3 put out. Turner to Harper, 1 away. I don't think anybody's going to take Sean Murphy in a trade. Unless they buy into the stuff they keep telling the fans. Oh, he was hurt that year. He's hurt every year. 10-1 the score. Rojas, the batter, lefty-lefty. First pitch, swung on and pops it up into center field. And drifting over, making the easy catch. Out there in Center's Hill, 2 down. Ten runs for Kansas City. 13 hits, no errors. 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error for Philadelphia. First pitch sweeper to Lane Thomas, who's 2 for 2. It's 1-0. And we got to get Lane Thomas in on that deal, too, the 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. We give up Drake Baldwin. We at least got to get a catcher back in it. So Salvi Perez is heading our way. The 1-1 four-seamer, 2-1. I don't think you'll ever want to trade Salvi. I'd love to have him in Atlanta, but I think he's a lifer in Kansas City. He'll be wearing that hat in Cooperstown. The 2-1 down and in, 3-1. Yeah, I'm with you, Iron Lung. Like, that is just a strange one. He's been gone this long. 3-1. Full count. Payoff pitch. And they're going to call that a strike. We are going to get a challenge. Looked like it might have been a touch inside, but he's already walking to the dugout, so I don't know if he believes it. And just clipped the zone, strike 3. So we'll be back in a flash.
Wrong.
Top of the 6th we go. 10-1, Kansas City.
You're wrong.
Every time I order a cheeseburger, I make it a double so that a vegan out there in the world isn't actually making a difference.
30 minutes before we're gonna leave, you give me the heads up. I'll go to the bathroom, I'll crap the booze out, have a mint, good to go. Crap and a mint. Crap the booze out. It works? Sorta. Yeah. I'll check you guys later.
Popped up into short right, foul ball. Bensinger wants it. Cincinnati, the champions of baseball for 1990, with an improbable sweep over Oakland.
I don't fire everyone. I don't know. I just, it's been good. I just don't want to know anymore. Thank you. No. Fire everyone.
Billy being Billy. And I'm going, what's wrong with this dude? I never even said 2 words about it. And I remember that year in spring training, my brother was with him. And first time I ever faced my brother Ken. He's pitching for the Yankees in spring training, comes over to Fort Myers. He always said he was going to drill me. First pitch he threw was kind of up and in, and then he threw me a fastball. I hit a home run over the center field fence off him. And as I'm rounding third base, pitchers don't normally just stand on the mound. He comes over and he shakes my hand before I get to home plate. And we're laughing. So he goes back to the dugout, and Billy, as a joke, all the guys in the Yankee dugout, they get up and sit down the right field line, and my brother is sitting in the dugout all by himself. So I thought Billy had a sense of humor. That year in the playoffs, he did not have a sense of humor, and he never had a sense of humor about me the rest of his life. I never was his friend and didn't want to be his friend.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio with Mac McGee, the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Kansas City 10, Philadelphia 1. We go to the top of the 6th inning. The first pitch on the way. Righty-righty matchup. Cruz coming in out of the bullpen. Called for a strike. It's 0-1. Set to face Hill and then back to the top of the order. The 0-1 rifles it foul over the first base dugout. 0-2. Steven Cruz, 6'7", 225-pounder. Out of the Dominican Republic. He's got a 5.27 ERA and 25 outings. We're gonna need y'all to throw this guy in on the trade too, in case we get into another brouhaha. We need old Steven Cruz coming out of the bullpen. The 0-2. Right there at the knees, 1 down. One up, 1 down. I can see Ken Rosenthal breaking that trade. Having to end it with, and for some reason, Braves Country Radio has to call 25 Royals games every year. The first pitch is swung on and swatted foul and out of play. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swing chopper over the mound. Going to have to barehand it at third. And Rojas cannot find the handle on it. It'll be an infield single, 1-out single for the Phillies. Saying Jose Jimenez could be in play this year, and I was under the impression that they had given up on him this year, but he has been at the facility the last week or so, and there was talk about how he could be available down the stretch. I still got to see it to believe it. First pitch is a cutter there at the knees. Kyle Schwarbert's on way. It's kind of the way I feel about the whole Schwellenbach thing. Now, if he gets traded, whoever gets Schwellenbach's just going to shut him down and say, we'll see you next year. But if he's still with the Braves after the deadline, is the 0-1 swing and a miss? It's 0-2. If he's still with the Braves after the deadline, I've got to see it to believe it on Schwellenbach. I'd hate to lose him in a trade, but I could see where we have to part ways to get a big time player. The 0-2 down and in, 1-2. I'd be more willing to give up Schwellenbach if it's someone who at least gives us an extra year of control. 1-2 inside, cutter. You go around. They check down the line. And Schwarber's getting into it. Looks like it's a strike 3. Schwarber's getting into it. He is dangerously close to touching home plate umpire Alan Porter. Where is Don Mattingly with this? He's just sitting in the dugout? Here he is, finally shows up. You can't see the umpire because he's standing right, literally, they were nose to nose. And Mattingly's out there. I think the argument might have been on one of the previous pitches because he's not the one that rung up the strikeout, I don't believe. They pointed down to the third base line, and the third base umpire, Roberto Ortiz, rang him up. They're showing the replay now. Whatever he's angry about, I guess he thinks he didn't go around, but it's a 10-1 score to get that heated over that. There has to be more to it. First pitch is chopped off back behind the plate by Bryce Harper, 0-1. Runner at first, 2 outs. The 0-1, outside wide. I could live with Joe Ryan as the 1-1 pitch, cutter inside, 2-1. So his contract, I just pulled it up. He's on a 1-year $6 million, but next year it's a 2-1 upstairs, 2-2. No, never mind. It's a mutual option next year. He's going to look for free agency. As the pitch is in the dirt, gets away, runner moves up to second base, full count with 2 outs. If he told me that he was going to pick that up and be with the Braves till the end of 2027, I'd say, okay, let's ride, but I'm not giving up Schwellenbach for a rental. If I'm going to do that, then I'm going all in and going grabbing Tarek Skubal. The 3-2, down below the knees, ball 4. He'll head on down to first. So if I'm reading that correctly, it says Joe Ryan is currently on a 1-year $6 million contract with the Twins, and it includes a $6 million base and $13 million mutual option for 2027. Let me look that up on Spot Track and make sure it's... Righty-righty matchup. Four-seam fastball. Saws it off foul down the first baseline. It's 0-1. So, yeah, it looks like he would have to pick it up as well. If that's the case, I have no desire to bring him in for a handful of starts. Is the 0-1 right there? It's 0-2. The 0-2 count. Bohm 1 for 3 on the day. The pitch, swing. Chopper over to third, and it's going to be grabbed over there by the third baseman, Rojas. He'll wait for the runner to come set, tag him on the chest, and Turner's down. And that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Phillies trailing 10-1 here in Kansas City.
You know how it works, right?
You get the good-looking one, you get the friend, and I take the fat one?
Would you punch me in the face for $1 billion?
I'll punch you in the face for $40. $1 billion? $1 billion. I would hit you with a snow shovel in front of your mom. For $1 billion? $1 billion. I don't even care if I have to pay taxes on it.
What is your number one takeaway from
this team? Sucks. Like, I'm telling you, they stink.
Foul on number 99 of the defense. After he tackled the quarterback, he's giving them business down there at the 15-yard penalty.
Some sunshine, 60, Thursday partly sunny skies, and 57. And to another woman who likes to be double-fisted in a different way, I think, Jess.
She means beer. She means beer. Guys, she means beer. Don't put me on YouTube. My God.
So emotions were high as the Royals' first ever postseason began, and the series would match the intensity, with the teams trading wins over the first 4 games, which set up a deciding Game 5 in New York.
I had a feeling that George was going to do something dramatic. It didn't take a genius to figure that out because he did a lot of very dramatic things.
In the top of the 8th, the Royals would be trailing by 3 runs when Brett got his chance to do something dramatic, stepping to the plate with 2 runners on against lefty Grant Jackson.
Charlie Lobb, my hitting coach, he kind of, come here, I want to talk to you. Standing on the on-deck circle, I go over to the dugout, and he says, this guy really has a tough time getting the ball away from left-handers. Move off the plate another inch or 2 and just react.
Talked to George yesterday, and he said he doesn't try to go for home runs unless the situation warrants it. He represents a tying run.
High drive, hit to right field. It's gone. There it is. The ball game is tied.
And you can hear the quiet of this crowd.
Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Bobby Witt Jr. leads us off, the future Atlanta Brave. 1 for 3 with the run scored. And Backus is on the bump for the Phillies. Kyle Backus is also, looks like Rincones is coming in for Trey Turner to give him a breather with the score the way it is. The first pitch upstairs for a strike. Called to Bobby Witt. It's 0-1. So that meant Sosa goes to short. Marchand is in for JT Realmuto. Stubbs in for Harper. And Marsh moves from right to left. 1 misses, 1-1. 1-1 count. Right there, 1-2. Yeah, it's nothing against Joe Ryan. It's the fact that if we're going to make a trade involving Schwellenbach, I don't want a rental. The 1-2 pitch, swing, laced it into center field, and it's down for a base hit. And it's a leadoff single for Bobby Witt Jr. and the Kansas City Royals. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way to Sal Perez. Swung on and blasted towards center field. It's going to die right there in front of the center field wall on the warning track for a loud out number one. Caglione, the batter, lefty-lefty. First pitch, swing and a miss. Sweeper, it's 0-1. Caglione 0 for 3 on the day. He has scored a run. Reached on an error by Turner that brought the run around way back in the first inning when the Royals put 6 on the board. The 0-1 sweeper right there at the knees, 0-2. The 0-2 count. 1 on, 1 out. Pitch in the dirt. I thought you might actually see them pinch run for Bobby Witt, give him the rest of the day off, but looks like they're going to leave him in for now. The 1-2. Sinker just misses the outer edge, 2-2. The 2-2 from Backus, out and away sweeper, and it's a full count. Standing on deck is Lofton, Marte in the hole. Kansas City leads it 10-1. First game of the doubleheader. We'll be back 7 o'clock tonight for Braves and Mets. A 3-2 caught looking, strike 3. Punched him out at the knees, and there's one down. Both teams still with one ABS challenge left. Lofton now the batter. He's 2 for 2. 2 runs scored, an RBI, a walk. First pitch is inside. Called for a wide strike on the inner cut. A 10-1 strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, rips it into right field under the diving glove of Bryce Harper. And it's a 2-out single for the Royals. Starlin Marte, the batter, 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the 6th. 10 runs. 15 hits for the Royals today, no errors. 1 run, 7 hits, and 1 error for the Philadelphia Phillies. Marte takes the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss over the top. It's 0-2. See longer at bats with the Royals up 10-1 in the 6th than I've ever seen with the Braves in a nail biter. The 0-2 pitch down and in, 1-2. They're still putting professional at bats on. You got to respect that, because if Atlanta was up or down 10-1, you'd start seeing Ozzie and the rest swinging at every single pitch. The 1-2 pitch, swing. Rips it up the middle, and that's due for a base hit. That should score a run. It does, and it is 11-1 Kansas City. RBI single for Starlin Marte. He's now 2 for 2 on the day. 2 RBIs and a .271 average. Welcome in, Austin. Two on, two out. Once again, runners at first and second. And Tolbert, who's 3 for 3 on the day, takes the first pitch inside. It's 1-0. He has raised his batting average to 300. The 1-0. Swing, rolls it on the ground over to third. Making the grab and fire to first. That's going to be safe. It's going to be an infield single, and the Royals have the bases loaded and 2 outs. Luke Maile has already hit a 3-run homer. Is coming to the plate with a chance for a grand salami. If you took him in DFS, you may be in business. Tolbert flying down the line. With his 4-for-4 performance, he is batting .317 on the year now. First pitch swinging by Maile, lifts it high into left field, but not deep enough. Underneath it, making the catch for out number 3 is Brandon Marsh. Captain Caveman will put it away. We'll go to the 7th inning in a 10-run game here in Kansas City.
Quit slow blinking at me.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I would like to rear up and jackknife my legs and kick you both in the jaw with my foot bone. I'll chew through you. Slow blinking eyes. I will chew off your eyelids. You won't slow blink at me, will you?
Did you drink before you came here?
No, but I'm going to start drinking. Probably I'm going to start with Karen Carpenter's head. I'm going to rip her head off, and then I'm going to come back and light you on fire.
That's completely uncalled for.
Really? Do you think it is? Off, Jill. God, everybody hates you. God.
Jim Simpson with Mickey Mantle and Sandy Koufax, and stay tuned now for the 4th game of the 1969 World Series.
Tom Seaver with the pitch. Changes speed, gets it in there for a call strike. Breaking pitch, it's 1-1. Bunts the ball, a good one. It's taken now by Ricketts, close to first, and it hit him in the back. Here comes the winning run. The ball is in play. The Mets win the ball game. The Mets win the ball game by a score of 2-1.
Don't bother me. I hold grudges. I don't give a damn. I still hate mother from middle school. I don't wish none of you well. All of you.
But it turned out that the biggest moment of George Brett's career to that point would be just a footnote in baseball history.
We'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning now, and Chris Chambliss steps up, and the crowd comes alive here. Delivers high drive, hits it right center field.
That's good.
Go!
Chris Chambliss has won the American League pennant for the New York Yankees.
George, when you hit the home run, you're not a home run hitter, but 2 were on at the time. Were you going for a home run at that time, George? Yeah. No base hit, going for the 3-run home. The fence is 310 feet. I think I can hit one that far. So I tried to hit one 310 feet.
You know, the Phillies are going to be in the market for an outfield because they lost Adolis Garcia for the year. He's out. He's expected to be back in about 8 months. Had lat surgery, so he's done. As the first pitch is high and outside to Brandon Marsh to start the inning. It's 1-0. 1-0. Beck Way is the new pitcher on the bump for the Royals. 1-0 misses outside, 2-0. Beck Way, 6'4", 200-pounder. Is the 2-0 right there for a strike, 2-1. "26-year-old is out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. 2-1 cutter, 2-2. Drafted by the Yankees in 2020 and played his college ball at Northwest Florida State Junior College. Phillies challenge that strike, and they will get that correct. So now a 3-1 count. Pitch is just upstairs, misses high, ball 4. Sosa, the batter, righty, right there for a pitch. It's 0-1. Prentice, who are you asking? Is so-and-so still in the game? Yes. The answer is yes. Everybody's still in the game. The 0-1 pitch, swing, chops it over to third. It's going to be a 5-4 put out, trying to turn. Well, they did turn it. Wow. Both of those throws barely beat the runner by maybe a quarter step at the most. So it's going to be a 5-4 to 3 double play. Phillies will not challenge it. The first throw was a long one from Rojas. He was practically in foul territory. So waiting for the throw out there at second base was Lofton. He had to turn quickly and get the ball down to first. Sweeper down and in, misses for a ball. It's 1-0. If you're asking Real Muto as opposed to Realm, that might be what you're trying to spell out. He has been replaced by Marchand. The 1-0 count. Stott takes the pitch on the outer edge. 1-1. The 1-1.
Good night, Jimbo.
Change up, swing and a miss, 1-2. See you, Lung. Phillies 1, Kansas City 11. We're in the top of the seventh inning stretch is next. Pitch on the way. Four-seam fastball misses, 2-2. The 2-2. Check swing. Did he go round? They're going to check upstairs on an ABS challenge instead. Right now it's a 3-2 count. We'll get the challenge here, and it is well out of the zone. So full count.
Wrong.
Seems like a bad idea to challenge a pitch.
Wrong. You're wrong.
When you're up by 10, I would be saving that on the outside chance that there's any momentum coming my way. The 3-2 pitch, swing, slaps it into right, and it's a 2-out single for the Philadelphia Phillies. Rincon's the batter. He'll take the first pitch upstairs. Cutter misses high. It's 1-0. KC 11, Philly 1. 11 runs, 17 hits for the Royals. 1 run, 8 hits for the Phillies. The Phillies have also committed an error. The 1-0 high and outside ball, 2-2-0. The 2-0. Swing, slaps it into left, and that's through for a base hit. They were playing to pull, so runners on first and second. And 2 down. So that'll bring Derek Hill to the plate. Beckway getting a mound visit real quick to try to reset him. He's only thrown 16 in this inning. Braves and Mets tonight at 7:15. We'll keep you up to date if you're interested in the USA score. I'll have that on a separate monitor, keeping an eye on it all day long. First pitch upstairs, righty-righty matchup. Cutter misses high. It's 1-0. Spain and Portugal are 76 minutes in and nobody has scored. 1-0. Swing chopper off the instep, and it's 1-1. One count. Brings it. Sinker inside. 2-1. Two-one count. Punches back to Cutter. Out of play. 2-2. Deuces wild. 2 on, 2 out. A 2-2 count. The 2-2, swing and a miss, chase the sweeper well off the plate, strike 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. 11-1 your score here in Kansas City. Welcome back. John, that was Schroeder that played the piano. First pitch to start the bottom of the 7th inning. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Lou Trevino on the mound with a 14.4 ERA. He must be their version of Cookie Carrasco. 5 innings pitched. The 1-0. Up top, misses high, 2-0. Two-0 count. Swing, chopper over to first, and Bryce Harper's on it. He'll step on the bag, and there's one down. One up, one down. I actually like the Peanuts growing up. I still watch it when it hits the Thanksgiving, Christmas time. I still put the Peanuts on, mainly because my dogs love it, and you can put it on in the background, and they'll just sit there and stare at the TV. So you kind of absorb all that stuff. The first pitch is a cutter down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Always thought Pigpen was underrated. That was just a funny character. The 1-0. Sweeper outside. 2-0. 2-0 count. Yeah, the Great Pumpkin. And then the Christmas special, as well as the 3-0 misses ball. 2-0 misses ball, 3-3-0. 3-0 count. One out here. And the pitch. Down below the knees. Ball 4. Misner, who is in the game now, taking over for the soon-to-be Atlanta Brave Lane Thomas. And Massey is coming in to pinch it for Bobby Witt, so that he must already be packing for Atlanta. Michael Massey batting .254 on the year, 7 home runs, 28 RBI, a 705 OPS. Cutter misses inside for a ball. It's 1-0. What do you mean they ended the broadcast? I still see it every year. The 1-0. High and out of the zone, ball 2-0. One of those apps that we have has like the whole 9 yards of it. Has all kinds of. It had a bunch of Peanuts episodes I've never even heard of because they were much newer. A couple of them were kind of dark, to be honest with you. The 2-0 right there for a strike, 2-1. That's because it's available. I think it's Apple. Sleepy, I'm not 100% sure. For some reason, I think it's on Apple. The 2-1. Outside wide, ball 3-3 and 1. It's still a tradition on the night before Thanksgiving. I play that and a couple others for our dogs while we're cleaning the house and getting ready for company to come over the next day. We always have that on in the background. The 3-1 pitch, swing, check swing, ball gets away. It'll roll all the way to the backstop. And Misner makes it up to second base. Well, 81, they got the good news of the red card being lifted, so it's all in front of them. They almost had a bye to the next round. There hadn't been that incredible comeback that as the pitch misses outside wide, ball 4. So Salvador Perez coming to the plate. He's 3 for 4 with the homer. He's got a double, a single, and a homer. He is a triple away from the cycle. Now, I don't know how you get Salvador Perez to get a triple. Someone's going to have to fall down there in the outfield with a ripped hamstring or something, but that's all he needs to get the cycle now. First pitch out and away to Salvador Perez. It's 1-0. Salvi 11 home runs on the year. The 1-0 right there. Sweeper 1-1. When we were kids, we had the soundtrack to something of the Peanuts where they had all these songs that the Peanuts sang. I remember one of them was about the Red Baron as the 1-1 fouls it away 1-2. One-two count. Trevino brings it inside. Almost gets him in the skull. He has to take a seat to get out of the way. 2-2. Seriously doubt there was any intent there. It's still a scary situation for Perez. If he shows up missing, Mark, we don't know anything about it. The 2-2. Inside, that ball does get him. So a hit by pitch will load the bases. And they're going to go ahead and lift Perez and let Isaac Collins run for him. Bases loaded, 1 out. The Royals lead at 11-1. Perez appears to be okay. I think they were just taking him out because he's not likely to bat again. Caglione is coming to the plate. They were talking to Perez in the dugout, but he appeared to be okay. First pitch on the way, swing, hammers it over through the infield. That's going to get through for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it's 12-1 Kansas City. Twelve runs on the board for Kansas City. And the first pitch is a 4-seamer. Below the knees for a ball, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Down below the knees. Ball 2-2-0. Braves and Mets coming your way 7 p.m. tonight. I assume. I haven't even checked the weather. I normally check it by now, but I've been busy with doing this. The 2-0 pitch. Swing. Chopper over to first. They'll step on the bag to get the G3. 2 down. It'll be 13-1 now. First and second, 2 outs. Or second, third, 2 outs, excuse me. First pitch on the way to Starlin Marte. Right there for a strike, it's on. When they're calling for thunderstorms in the Atlanta area between 6 and 7, so buckle up. Here we go again. The 0-1 swing. Slices it back foul. It's 0-2. We'll pull up the radar. See if it's a real threat or if it's just... Hopefully that's the beginning of the 6 o'clock hour. The 0-2. Misses away, 1-2. A 1-2 count. It's not looking great at game time, I can tell you that. 2-2 count, 2 on, 2 out. Kicks and fires, swings, slaps it foul, and we'll do it again. It might get out of the way by game time, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's a slight delay. I'm going to check and see what our weather expert has to say. The 2-2 is ripped foul down the third base line into the corner near left field. Do it one more time. The 2-2, caught looking upstairs, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the 8th inning in a 13-1 shellacking of the Philadelphia Phillies.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink.
When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks!
Pretty soon we're going to be this country.
This is total BS! Oh, yeah? I mean, the Lord. You gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God. I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next. You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you're probably seeing double.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
We go to the top of the 8th inning. Marchand staying at the plate. Jose Cuas comes in with a 6.00 ERA in 3 innings pitched. So 2 runs allowed. Pitch outside wide, 2-0. Two-0 right there, 4-seamer, 2-1. 2-1 count. Swing and a miss, 4-seamer, 2-2. If it's accurate, in the stoppage time, Spain's a minute away from moving on to the next round. The 2-2 slices it foul. 2-2 count. Brings it. Swing, slices it towards left field. Making the running catch for out number 1 here in the top of the 8th inning. Good catch out there by Collins. Caglione moved to right field. From right to first. Marte from left to right. Collins came in. He is in left, and Misner is in center. Everything else the same. So if there is rain tonight, it looks like it's going to be the very beginning, but hopefully it gets through before the game starts. It's right there on the cusp where it's showing on the radar, and then I went to our weather guy's feed to double check it, and he concurs. The 0-1, outside wide 1-1. He's been pretty accurate. I started following him about a month ago. He's been pretty accurate on these games. 1-1 count. Swing, slaps it down the line. 1-2. Braves will be facing Freddie Peralta, who always gives the Braves a hard time. And the Braves are going to counter with Ronaldo Lopez. So it should be a pretty good pitching matchup because Lopez looked much better his last couple of times out. The 1-2 misses high, 2-2. Swing and a miss sweeper. Got him with the outer edge, and there's 2 down. We saw Peralta in a Mets uniform back on June 14th. He went 5 and gave up 1. But all his years playing with the Mets, actually not the Mets, the Brewers, he has always done a number on the Atlanta Braves. First pitch is swung on and foul back from Stubbs. It's 0-1. The 0-1. This is the plate 1-1. 1-1 count. Sweeper misses out of the zone, 2-1. The 2-1 swing pops it up. Four-seamer back out of play, 2-2. All in all, Peralta has a 6-2 record lifetime against Atlanta. The only good thing is if they work the count, he doesn't tend to go deep into ball games. He's gotten a couple of nicknames on that, including 4-inning Freddie. The 2-2, up high and out of the zone. Full count. Payoff pitch. Stubbs sends it out to left field. That's going to get down for a soft single for 2 outs here in the top of the 8th for the Phillies. Alec Boehm, the batter. 1 for 4 on the day. First pitch is a sinker right there. First strike, it's 0-1. Boehm batting .225 on the year. The 0-1. Outer edge, misses. Sweeper, 1-1. Other games you got going on here on it's fairly decent, busy Monday in Major League Baseball is the 1-1 misses 2-1. 6:40 tonight. Cam Schlittler and the Yankees head to Tampa. That's going to be a game. versus Griffin Jacks. I'll definitely have that on in the background as the 2-1. Right there, 2-2. Also in Washington, D.C., the Astros begin their series versus the Nationals. It'll be Burrows versus Nicholas. Half hour after our game tonight, after our game is supposed to begin, Brewers are at the Cardinals, a big series there in St. Louis. Drouin versus May. And the good thing about that is maybe St. Louis gets worn down facing their biggest nemesis right now in the Milwaukee Brewers. The 2-2 punches it back foul. And they're coming off this series with the Cubs. Hopefully they're worn out when we see them this weekend in St. Louis. Padres host the Diamondbacks 9:40 tonight. Blue Jays are at the Giants at 9:45. And the Rockies begin their slaughter by the Dodgers at 10:10. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the top of the ninth. Here in Kansas City, 13-1 your score. Or, sorry, bottom of the eighth. What am I talking about?
All right, we'll go to the bottom of the ninth inning now, and Mark Littell is on the mound. It'll be Chambliss, Sandy Alomar, and Greg Nettles. This game is for the American League Championship.
Chambliss is so hot he's got his shirt unbuttoned. He's in heat.
Mark Littell delivers high drive, hits it right center field.
That's gone.
It is gone.
Chris Chambliss has won the American League pennant for the New York Yankees. A thrilling, dramatic game with overtones of that great sixth game in the World Series a year ago, and then the seventh game too. What a way for the American League season to end. A spunky young Kansas City team. Look at them mob Chris Chambliss.
Hey Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
George, you couldn't have tried any harder. Just congratulations to the Royals. Just too bad somebody had to lose.
I came up number 25, and I think it was after my first full season. Al Zeke, our equipment manager, called me and he said, "We just traded Richie Scheinblum. I want you to wear number 5. And I go, "Al, I don't give a crap what number I am." He says, "No, I think you're going to be a pretty good third baseman. I know you like Brooks Robinson. You play number 5. That's the number of your position. I think it would be great." I said, "Fine, give me number 5." Now number 5's up above the scoreboard, so it's pretty cool.
$13-1 your score. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Tolbert set to lead us off. Garrett Stubbs on the mound to pitch. So this will be Ephus Pitch City. Take the over in this inning if you can. First pitch is upstairs. Called for a strike high and out of the zone. It's 0-1. He's going to give a really liberal strike zone here at the 0-1. Swing, smacks it into center field, and that's down for a base hit. A leadoff single for the Royals. Atlanta Braves lineup is out. We'll go over that here in a second. The 1-0 pitch off the plate, 2-0. Michael Harris II is leading off for Atlanta tonight. 1-0 outside, or 2 outside, right, called for a strike, 2-1. I'd kind of like to see some challenges on the Ephus pitch. And he'll lose that batter. Head on down to first. First and second, nobody out. Michael Harris is leading off for the Braves tonight. It'll be Ozzie Albies batting second, playing second. Olson batting third, playing first. Drake Baldwin, the cleanup hitter, is behind the plate tonight. First pitch swinging here on the 1-0 pitch. Pops it up. Can of corn. Foul territory, making the catch is Stubbs. 1 away. So you got Dubon batting fifth, and in left field, Dominic Smith's the designated hitter, batting sixth. And Riley's batting seventh, playing third. Yaz is batting eighth, and in right, and Jarvis ninth, and playing short. First pitch, high and out of the zone, 1-0. We won't end up going over them tonight, so there's your lineups for tonight. We'll come on there just in time to bring you the game. 7 o'clock will come on. Time for the anthem, the intro. 1-1, high and out of the zone, 2-1. Or 1-2, excuse me. He's calling them high, he's calling them wide. And that tends to happen when you got a guy like Stubbs on the mound. Throws his first heater down the pipe. It's fouled away, 1-2. Didn't see it register on the gun, so no telling. 1-2, swing, belted. High into right field. It's not going to have enough carry on it, and that'll be F9 out number 2. Don't know why, but Tolbert is tagging up down to third. 2 down. A.J. Ewing is leading off for the Mets tonight. He is in center field. Juan Soto is batting second and in left. First pitch to Massey, outside for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Dribbles it through the infield, and that'll be a RBI single against the position player. And it's 14-1, Kansas City. Bichette is batting third for the Mets. At third, Lindor is the designated hitter tonight. He's batting cleanup. Pitch on the way is knocked into right field. They'll go station to station, leading 14-1. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs. And Mail has a chance to come to the plate again and do some damage. Mail is 1 for 4 with a 3-run home run. Excuse me, that's Caglione and then Mail. The Caglione knocks it into right field, and it is 15-1. Bases loaded. Lofton sends it out to center, and that'll end the inning. 15-1 your score. We will mercifully head to the 9th. 3 more outs to put this one in the books. 15-1, Kansas City leads Philly.
Hello, I'm Charles Daniels. For years, we've been taking you to villages like this and showing you the heartbreak of families whose only mistake was being born poor. They need your help, and for only
$2.99
a month, you can provide
the Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
Ask for more. Sorry?
Ask for more money. Why you starting so low?
Don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
As you can see, these villagers are desperate for your help, so don't hesitate. Dial the number and send over
$2.99
A month.
That's all we need.
Start higher.
I know, right?
$2.99
A month.
May not sound like a lot, but it can mean so much to
Braves Country Radio.
It's not even a round number. I'm just saying, why not start at
$2.99
A month.
That's all these people need to survive. And they'd be so lucky and appreciative to get it. So for the price of a cup of coffee.
You talking about all they need to send is the bare minimum to keep us alive.
How you gonna save our lives with only 39 cents? Because I'm trying to do the math in my head, but I just can't see it.
$2.99
A month.
This is plenty.
He keeps saying,
$2.99
A month.
why you keep saying,
For the price of a cup of coffee.
why it can't be the price of an Arizona iced tea?
Because it's not the price of an Arizona, it's gotta be coffee.
It don't, though.
Plus, coffee is way more expensive than
$2.99
You know, for a starving village, you people have a lot of energy.
Hey, how much was that coffee?
It doesn't matter.
I bet you don't even know what country you in.
I do know what country I'm in.
What country you at? What country you at?
Braves Country Radio.
All right,
Hey, if you want to see this cheap ass white man again, you better send us
$2.99
A month.
cash right now. Don't hesitate.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Marsh is a cutter out of the zone. It's 1-0. JC back to work. The 1-0 swing pops it up. And that should be an F7. It is, 1 down. Appreciate those of y'all who stuck around here. You're the real ones in a 15-1 drubbing. Atlanta Braves coming your way at 7 o'clock tonight, we believe, if there's not a rain delay. A little bit of a threat of one. We'll keep you updated on the channel. 15 runs and 22 hits for the Royals today. Pitch is fouled back by Sosa. It's 0-1. Phillies got 10 hits of their own, but they've only put the 1 run up. That was all the way back in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch inside. Sinker misses 0-2. They led the game 1-0. And Kansas City has scored in every single inning today. The 1-1 pitch, swing, pops it up. And given chase over by the third base dugout, but it'll go out of play. 1-2. They scored 6 in the first and then 1 run in the second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. They scored 2 in the seventh and 2 in the eighth, and of course they won't bat in the ninth. The 1-2. Swing. Fouls it back. The 1-2. And Alan Porter's getting looked at as the ball. It ricocheted off of the catcher's mask onto his mask. Man, tough it out. We got 2 more outs. Come on now. That's what those guys are telling him right now. I don't think I have any of those, Scott. I just got a big batch. That batch I was telling you all about that was my good luck charm that came in last night. So I'm cracking one of those bad boys open. The 1-2. Swing, rips it down the third baseline, excuse me. And it's a foul ball. We'll do it again. I have the red, white, and blue triple pack. That's the one that I like to get the most. I do have a couple. I don't know. They're pink. They're not half bad. There's another one that we got that's just terrible. The 1-2. bangs it on the ground over to third. It's going to be a 5-3, and the Phillies are down to their last out. They'll fall to 3.5 games behind the Braves. Braves have a chance to push that lead up to 4 with the win tonight. I don't know what it was called, but it had a red, white, and blue type of thing on it, so that's why we tried it. Got a case of these damn things, and they're pitiful. You just, ugh. Whatever those pink ones are, those aren't half bad. I like the purple ones. We just don't have any in right now. First pitch is right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. Most of their flavors are all right, but when they get too much of a citrus flavor, they're trying to mix too much stuff together, I just can't. I'm out. The 0-1 right there on the outer edge, it's 0-2. I got my second coffee already ready to roll. We'll be starting here in about an hour and a half. The big boys play. The 0-2 out of the zone, 1-2. Good to see you, Tim. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Royals finally put this one in the books, a shellacking. They took the Phillies out back and spanked them behind the woodshed, 15-1. 15 runs, 22 hits, no errors. Phillies with 1 run, 10 hits, 1 error. Our player of the game, going to give it to Salvador Perez. He was a triple short of the cycle, but he also got a hit by pitch. So he went on base 4 times, and the Royals win it 15-1. We will see you at 7 o'clock Eastern here on Braves Country Radio. KC at the bat by
Goodbye, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart, goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.